You awake yet? One more intro? Alright, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Here. I got you.
We have been given the scientific knowledge, the technical ability, and the materials to pursue the exploration of the universe. To ignore these great resources would be a corruption of a God-given ability.
10, 9, ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running.
I'm awake. You awake? I'm awake. Need to wake up. Hello.
Discovery, go at throttle up.
Are you awake now, Mr. Krabs? Yeah. Fresh pots? Oh, we're way past that, Jerry! You're receiving salt all day at work? Why? If you're receiving salt, that means I'm receiving salt. Why all these flavors and you choose salty? Why are you waking up at 6 p.m.? Because when you stay up till 7:30 in the morning, didn't try to do that. You tend to wake up now. Yeah. That tends to happen. I don't have any excuses. I shouldn't do that, but yeah, I'm not trying to, you know.
Discovery, go at throttle up.
No, not trying to do that. It just kind of happens. Forlorn, a 35-month resub. Water is life. Remember naive people this holiday? I don't understand that one. You use it a ton at the DOT. Oh, I know, Gaw. Yeah, I know. Believe me. The underside of my car lets me know how much you use it. The Saturn V scared your cats. Remember the native people this holiday. Oh, Thanksgiving. Yeah. Yeah, sorry, Forlorn. I'm about to plunder some native people here. Sorry. It's gonna happen. Yes. Yes. Here we go. No way, Plums. That's awesome, dude. You drew the plans in Oklahoma for all the salt barn prototypes. Are you talking about those big hemispherical buildings that just seem to have two of them that are next to each other like this? Are you talking about those buildings? Hey Frank, how you doing? How's school? Did you start yet? See you last, and yeah, I know it's Central Time. And later today is Flight Sim? Maybe. It depends, dudes. Hey T-Man, how are you? Yeah, sure. He's talking about those Johnsons. Nah, it's a rectangle with an arched fabric thing. Designed the walls for being bashed in by front loaders. I mean, you gotta have to, right? Right? Do you want to see what those buildings look like in Massachusetts? Want to see what those look like? They're hemispherical. And of course, now that I want to go look for one, we can't find them. All I'm getting is this. All I'm getting is that. Can I get a plot to build a warehouse? Absolutely, DV. Sure, man. What are we talking about here? Let's take a look. You got this entire plot right there. Build a warehouse. Right there. Yeah, some people seem to think that. Yeah, MC. Or if you want, Salt Barn Dome seems to come up with it. Salt Barn Domes. Yeah, there they are. It's funny when they put two of them next to each other. Yep, that's what we got. Yeah, they put two of them next to each other. It's kind of sexist. Just saying. DV, you could do that, or you could build the warehouse. Yeah, I think right here would be good. Or, I mean, if that's no good. Oh, World Killer started building. Oh, that's dope, dude. He started building out the intermodal. That looks amazing. Yeah. Thanks. You're welcome, dude. Check out what you shot last night. Let me take a look. Hang on, I gotta pop that screen on there and pop that screen on there, and I don't want any of that. Let's see. There we go. I don't hate it. What are we looking at here, S? Which one? Do we have Mega Mart? I don't think so. Yeah, that's Andromeda. Nice. Cool. Yeah, DV, build out like right here. Or if you wanna build another one next to Geeson's place, you can, or you could build it right here if you want. Just let me know. I'm down for whatever. Man, this project is really coming along. Holy crap. Oh, that looks so good, dude. You did such a good job with that building. It looks exactly like it. That's kind of strange. It's really, really cool. Yeah, build it out right there, DV. Put a warehouse in there. And then put like a parking lot in there too. Or whatever you want to do, dude. You're one of my builders, man. All right, let's go. Hearts of Iron. Hello, is the Gustav gun ready? I don't know. Who are we playing as? Start off in 1936. Who are we playing? Are we gonna play old Joey Steele over here? Are we gonna play Pooh Stain Mustache Man, or Weird Glasses Guy, or guy that thinks he's Cool Mustache Man and ended up getting hung from a lamppost? You want to play the man with the Pooh Stain Mustache? Alright, we can do that. Kill China with Glasses Guy? You don't want to be old Benny? No, he wants to be... Everyone wants Mercedes. You guys are real pieces of crap. You know that, right? Oh my goodness. Poland is the new one? Polska? Oh, dude, I don't want to be Poland. We're gonna get railed. I wanna play as Joey Steele. Joey Steele, you understand? He was not a good person. So, not a good person. Not a good person. Not a good person. Really not a good person. Eh. Just not the worst. Eh. Alright. Alright. We're going red. Let's go. Didn't read the description. Back to menu, single player, new game, 1936, select scenario. Alright. You see any dev diaries or tutorials? I saw one the other day, but I don't remember what was in it. Shall we play a game? My tires haven't even done 1,000 miles. Oh, that sucks, dude. Hello, sir. Happy Tuesday. Terra. Dra. I'd argue that Lotto was much. I mean, yeah, of course, S. I wouldn't argue. I mean, a lot of these guys up here are not good people. Yeah, stop saying that. You're bad people. Can we turn the music down? Typical Englishman complaining all the time. All right. When the dust When the dust settled after the Russian Civil War... No. When the dust settled after the Russian Civil War, the USSR had emerged as undisputed ruler over most of what once constituted the Russian Empire. Rapid industrialization and collectivization followed, often at great cost in human lives. The Soviet Union is now faced with the threat of a resurgent Germany to the west and a belligerent Japan in the east. Of course, there are also internal threats within the ranks of the Communist Party to contend with. Alright. Oi, mate, you got a permit for that complaint? You got a permit for it? Alright, let's do this. We should get over the new stuff first. They changed how combat works, so the standard 20 width 7.2 is not in the meta now. You can completely customize your tanks, but there's an auto build button. Make sure you move fast as the Russians. You don't want to be Stalin. The supply system is new. You have supply hubs, trains, horses, and trucks. Historical or historical? Iron Man mode. Let's do this. No do Iron Man or? Let's just play regular. I haven't played in a long time. You can't save scum otherwise? Bro. There's no reload button in war. There is no reload button. Alright, do we want to watch some of the development trailers, guys? Or do you guys want to jump in and watch me struggle? Or do we want to take over the world? Your choice. Answer my question. What do you do? Why historical or ahistorical? I don't know what that means. I don't see those words here. Struggle bus. That's also why we suggested Poland. No, I don't want to play as Poland. Poland can't into space. Okay? Will other countries follow the established history of war, you dingus? I have the Chekhov. You see? Chekhov. See, it's checked off because we're Russian. Chekhov. Get it? Alright. We will prepare. Hang on. Back to menu. We will prepare. Let's get rid of this. We will prepare. And yeah, I wouldn't do historical. Why? Ballists. Hearts of Iron. No step back. Alright, let's see.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Laith and you might know me from a YouTube channel called The Social Streamers, where we make a wide variety of grand strategy content. Today, it's my pleasure to be collaborating with Paradox Interactive on a series of 5 videos to show you the new features of the No Step Back expansion for Hearthstone
No Step
4.
Back, or
In this
you'll
first
be
video,
shot.
we're going to be focusing on tanks, more specifically the Tank Designer. This feature takes the ethos of the Ship Designer, but improves upon it, giving you the flexibility to adapt to the situation facing you. The 3 core aspects of a tank's design are mobility, firepower and armor, forming a sort of rock, paper, scissors when used tactically. But Laith, I hear you cry. I want to make a tank that does damage, dashes into battle and doesn't get destroyed.
Yeah, that's not how
well,
that
with
works.
the Tank Designer this is possible, but you run into 2 other key factors to consider. That of cost and reliability. If the Germans have seized much of your industry, a tractor with a gun strapped to it is a lot more useful than a brilliant design that you just simply don't have the resources for. So, with this in mind, let me take you through how to build your tank. First of all, we
2
have the
JZ and a
chassis.
Panzer,
Here we
you
have
won't-
the first decision you need to make that sets up the rest of the design. After picking an appropriate chassis, you can then move on to selecting the armor that you'd like to see on your tank. There are 3 types of armor: riveted, welded, and cast. These represent the sorts of decisions you'll have to make going forwards, with cast armor being the most durable but also the most expensive, riveted armor being the weakest but cheapest, and welded representing a middle ground. Previously, you could increase the armor rating and create a variant.
If you
This
stir
system's
welded.
similar, but now with 20 levels of armor available.
Stir welding.
You may
didn't
add up to
exist.
5 levels of armor at the start of the game, with the others able to be researched. Hopefully now you have an idea of the trade-offs that must be contemplated. This is a running theme with this designer, as can be further seen with the engines. You have your standard diesel versus gasoline engine, both with their drawbacks and benefits. But if you'd like to be environmentally conscious when turning back the hordes of enemies invading your lands, you can also opt for an electric engine. The final core component, without which this is just a mobile bucket,
Wait.
is, of course, the main gun. This determines the type of theme with this designer, as can be further seen with the engines. You have your standard diesel versus gasoline engine, both with their drawbacks and benefits. But if you'd like to be environmentally conscious when turning back the hordes of enemies invading your lands, you can also opt for an electric engine. The final core component, without
Yeah, that's what I thought I heard. That actually happened, by the way. Yeah, the Germans came up with a hybrid design. It was a diesel engine driving batteries on 2 electric motors that were in each tread. The tank was a prototype, though. It never saw the light of battle, but they did do it. They did have a hybrid tank. The Germans made it. It was a contract. It was a fielded tank for a contract that would ultimately morph into the Tiger II. That's right. That's cool that they put that in there. Yeah, it was horribly unreliable. It did not work. Yeah, it was a piece of junk. The Germans ended up fielding it anyway because, yeah, actually, it was designed by Ferdinand Porsche. Actually, Ferdinand Porsche designed it. Seriously, this is a true story. And they ended up fielding them when they got their crap pushed in on both sides. They ended up trying to use them. Didn't really work too well. The Ferdinand tanks. Yep, there you go. Yeah, they did it. They did that. Yeah. They had a hybrid tank in the 40s. Whoops. Yeah, Ferdinand Porsche thought he was going to win the contract, so he started making the tanks in anticipation of being awarded the contract, and then the tank was such a piece of junk, they awarded it to another company. I think it was Krupp or something, and it ended up becoming the Tiger tank. Yeah. And he was like, dude, I made all these tanks! And they're like, so what? It's a piece of junk. Henschel, thank you. You can make them. Word.
without which this is just a mobile
That's cool.
bucket, is, of course, the main gun. This determines the type of enemy this tank is designed to fight. Is this meant to cut down human targets with a maximized soft attack? Or a machine more suited to tougher opponents? Now we have the fundamentals, we can start to look at the equipment designer as a whole and add the bells and whistles.
GNAC, the Sherman wasn't a bad tank. It's just when you compare it to like a Panzer IV or a T-34, it's a bad tank. Yeah. It's not bad. It's not bad at what it did. It's not, it's just, the thing is that it's not good at what it did either. I mean, it's okay. It's good enough. Yeah. I think the Achilles heel of the Sherman was putting a bomber engine in the back. They put an airplane engine in the back to try and make it so the tanks use the same fuel as the planes to consolidate supply lines. To be honest, the U.S. still does that. Abrams tanks use helicopter engines. The problem with putting a bomber engine in the back of the tank is that it's an air-cooled engine. They thought, oh, you know, it's going to be great. You know, we got an air-cooled engine. We don't need a radiator. It's perfect, because the tank isn't going to be doing some heavy-duty moving at all, right? Like, that's fine. Yeah, they had a tendency to explode when you hit them in the right spot. The Germans even called the Sherman tank a Tommy cooker, because... Yeah, Boxy, that's right. It's got a Chinook engine in the back, believe it or not. Chinook engine. Yeah, it's true. I'm serious. The power pack is a gas turbine. They did that so it can run off whatever. Same with the helicopters. It's actually not it's not that stupid of an idea. It's not that. It's actually pretty damn smart.
At the top here, you can add additional modules. For example, I could have a flamethrower as my main gun,
Flaming
and my
Werfer
tank with a bunch of additional machine guns. Is it practical? No. Is it possible? Yes. And personally, that's what I feel is important here. I'm going to... You guys ever see the video of the Sherman flamethrower tanks? It's kind of ridiculous. It looks like something out of Warhammer. It's just a chain of frigging flames. This thing's basically shooting napalm out the front, which is unreal. It's just like, oh, that's good, I think. To take a second to remind
only we had something to work those
features
damn flames.
It offers the ability to change designs and deploy different tanks that have different purposes, and the special modules aspect exemplifies this. I wish I had enough time to take you through each one, but let me pick my favorites. Firstly, we have the amphibious drive module. Note how it allows the amphibious role. Obviously, you can't have an amphibious vehicle that isn't actually amphibious, so if you want a tank to fill a certain niche, it has to be designed for it and not shoehorned in. Things like
you're out of your element, Donnie.
Ammunition storage help with reliability.
Figured they'd be strangely
it's all well
appropriate
and good having metal death cavalry, but they're a bit useless if they don't actually function half the time. Note here that the extra reliability with the storage comes with the price tag of increased production.
Oh, this
if you're
is
looking to
cool,
have an impenetrable
man.
creature, then small bonuses to entrenchment and armor from Dozer Blades and armor skirts go a long way. After all, you can just use all the module slots for extra defense. Using all this, you can have a tank core that is as fast as possible, designed to exploit gaps that have been made by heavier tanks that are essentially just railway guns and treads. This offers more tactical options than was previously possible, where you were just limited to heavy tanks, medium tanks and light tanks. However, for those of you who find this a bit overwhelming, or aren't as keen as I am to get stuck in and see if I can attach 4 radios to one tank, then you can always select this option down here. This generates a design that the AI uses to fit the designated role, saving you the effort of making your own design. Moreover, you can check this box here to automatically upgrade to the latest components researched. Thank you all for watching. Join me next time as I look into the all-important topic of logistics in the No Step Back expansion for Hearts of Iron 4. Also, be sure to subscribe to this channel to make sure you don't miss a thing.
Hey! Next video.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Laith and you might know me from the Social Streamers,
What's up, Jack?
a YouTube channel where we make a wide variety of grand strategy content. Today, it's my pleasure to be collaborating with Paradox Interactive on a series of 5 videos to show you the new features of the No Step Back expansion for Hearts of Iron 4.
No Step
Today,
Back,
we're
or
going
you
to
will
cover
be
the
shot.
all-important topic of logistics. This DLC doesn't just introduce a new feature, it drastically changes the face of the game, directly impacting how wars are fought and troops deployed. Seeing a truck snake into enemy territory while seemingly enjoying bountiful supplies perhaps wasn't the most accurate representation of World War II, but this changes with the new supply system. With this system, you need to be cautious when advancing deep into enemy territories. If you were to be so successful on the advance that you outrun your supply lines, then you're destined for disaster. So how does this work? Supply
Spoiler
flows from your
alert.
capital through supply
That
hubs
happened.
like this one. How much supply an area has can be seen in what can be argued to be Paradox's most gorgeous map. The red areas are those without supply, whilst the brighter blue are those with the best supply, owing to high levels of infrastructure. When considering this potential supply, factors such as distance and terrain must be considered. Additionally, the maximum supply flowing from the capital depends on your industrial base. Now you understand the basic concept of supply, it's time for us to look at exactly how these supplies are transported to the front line. This means we need to talk about trains. I'm going to put it bluntly, if you don't have trains, your troops won't have guns to fire, it's as simple as that. Your trains run along your network to fulfill supply needs,
I like
as you can
trains.
see from watching them on the map. In the supply map mode, you can see exactly where trains run in your country or other countries, the importance of which I'll touch on in just a bit. Let me give you a scenario. You're lined up on the Soviet border and you see the dreaded low supply icon. You can handily highlight your troops to see exactly where the issue is. Hovering over a supply hub will tell you what exactly the limiting factor is, such that you can adapt and make the necessary changes. You can even build new railroads to ensure the front line is fully connected. Of course, trains can also be used as powerful weapons, but I'll talk about that in depth in a future video. If you lack the trains that your logistics network needs, you'll suffer proportionally. You can build trains like any other equipment, though you can always steal civilian trains from your people in a one-off, one-sided deal. As the need for better and more capable trains becomes pressing, you can research new train variants to suit your needs. There is another method of delivering supplies that's been around since the dawn of time, namely rivers. Rivers act like basic railroads, provided you're controlling both sides. If the enemy pushes you behind a river, sure, you have a nice defensive position, but you lose the logistical edge of using that river. You can no longer simply run for the nearest river to cower behind. You have to decide if the position is worth taking over the advantage that the river brings. This is just one aspect of war that you'll have to consider. As I mentioned, there are many ways in which the system offers more in-depth strategy when planning advances. If you weren't a fan of bombers destroying your industry, then you're going to hate it when your supply is eviscerated by logistic strikes. One way to halt an enemy advance, or spearhead your own, is to use your air force to target enemy trucks and trains without causing widespread devastation to factories that you intend to repurpose. Of course, camouflage trains might help to spoil your plans here. As previously mentioned, you can't afford to outrun your supply network. When you take key infrastructure, it takes time to be able to utilize it. This allows for the kinds of scorched earth tactics that were proven to be highly successful over the course of World War II. There is even a focus in the Polish mission tree that helps with exactly that, allowing you to draw your enemy in, bleed them, and let them starve before taking back what's yours. Wars are no longer just about victory points, as troops must be devoted to defending or capturing key supply hubs. You'd best hope you have your line secure when winter comes and you find yourself outside of Moscow. Thank you for watching. Join me next time as I look into the changes to weather and terrain and what that means in the No Step Back expansion for Hearts of Iron 4. Also, be sure to subscribe to this channel to make sure you don't miss a thing.
Next video.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Laith and you might know me from The Social Streamers, a YouTube channel centered around grand strategy content. I'm collaborating with Paradox Interactive to show you the new features of the No Step Back DLC for Hearts of Iron 4. Today we're going to be discussing changes to weather and terrain. Now, I understand you might roll your eyes at an Englishman talking about the weather, but there are important changes to be explored. Previously, the weather changed very quickly, rapidly switching between snow and blizzard, making it very difficult to plan around. With this system, these changes have been slow to allow you to account for the weather and plan accordingly, giving it a strategic relevance that wasn't possible before. After all, the weather was an important factor on many fronts around the globe, and so it seems only right to replicate this. This allows you to plan for winter, giving you time to dig in against a superior enemy that will be weakened by the weather, or spur you to push hard in the summer to capture crucial supply hubs before the offensive stalls at the turn of the season. So, what are the actual
Eastern Front, something.
effects from the weather? Each condition could potentially affect your troops in several ways. In my opinion, the most important of which being organization recovery, organization loss whilst moving, and supply consumption. In this regard, the worst weather effects are from blizzards and sandstorms. Blizzards give a minus 10% to organization recovery, plus 25% to organization loss whilst moving, and plus 15% to supply consumption, meaning to push in these conditions would be ill-advised to say the least. Sandstorms, whilst not affecting supply consumption, give a minus 20% to organization recovery and a plus 25% to organization loss whilst moving, demonstrating that it's not just on the eastern front that an attack can break down because of the weather. Given the increased importance of weather, it seemed only right that the weather visual effects be more pronounced, with updated particle effects offering an easy way to determine the conditions in the area you're observing. However, that's not all that's going to change with the No Step Back DLC. Terrain has also been changed to reflect its real-world significance. The terrain a unit finds itself in can have numerous effects, potentially including attrition, speed, attack, defense, entrenchment speed, and organization loss whilst moving, to name a few. These modifiers vary wildly from terrain to terrain, so being conscious of these ground conditions is critical, whether you're undertaking a desperate defense or coordinating an offensive. An area that is flooded, for example, offers plus 50% division defense. Deep snow, on the other hand, gives the same benefit as 2 fort levels, with a minus 30% debuff to a unit's attack, as well as plus 25% attrition. The worst terrain for attrition by far, though, is mud, increasing attrition by 70%.
It ain't something we didn't know.
Meaning if your supply lines are even remotely strained, then these areas are going to cause untold suffering. The Winter War perfectly demonstrates how the intersection between terrain and weather can hamper an offensive, causing significant unplanned casualties. During this war, areas characterized by marshes and icy temperatures.
Yes, this game's right up your alley, dude. It is a grand strategy game. It's very complicated. It's like It's like playing a really, 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 really advanced game of Risk. It's quite good, man. I dig it.
Had some of the highest attrition rates. The reflection of this, in the No Step Back DLC, has resulted in a game I like to call what's the worst possible situation to find myself in if I were a unit under my uncaring player's control. One candidate would be in the mud during a storm, with this combination offering plus 70% attrition, minus 50% speed.
Wow. See, everybody says don't attack in the winter, right? But that's true as well. Germans got bogged down in the mud. They couldn't, because a lot of the Volga Gap out from between the Volga Gap out to Moscow, a lot of muddy terrain. It's like if anybody's from Southeast Michigan, yeah, it's kind of like that. Exactly like that for thousands of miles. Yeah, getting bogged down in the mud in the spring's no good. That's what happened. The German tanks are too heavy. They got stuck in the mud. I don't miss that part of Michigan, but I hear you. Can I change plot to this one? Do it, DV. Just leave the burnt out train tracks. I thought those looked cool. Leave part of it, but yeah, you're good, man. In 1941, the SU had less paved roads than nowadays in Slovenia. Yeah. I mean, that was the problem during World War II. The Soviets, it's a lot of. I'll talk about the Volga Gap and everything and how that all works when we get into the game.
Minus 40% attack, plus 35% organization loss whilst moving, minus 15% organization gain, and plus 10% supply consumption, just to make matters worse. Definitely not the ideal situation. But I think it's preferable to being in a blizzard with deep snow. It's a lot of red numbers.
Spasiba.
Overall, this edition grants increased strategic depth to war in this game. If your troops are better suited and more acclimated to certain weather and terrain, then pushing and holding certain territory that's notorious for its brutality will grant you an edge that could prove to be the tipping point.
AKA what Finland did in the Winter War. Finland actually held back the Soviet Union because the Soviet Union wasn't equipped to fight in the cold. The Finns were, and that really, 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 really gave them an advantage. The Finns gave their tactical troops skis, literally gave them skis. And then you have psychopaths like Simo Haya. Yeah, don't piss off the Finns. They'll go summer car on you, and that. Yeah, bad idea. Wait, the Russians couldn't fight in the cold. Seriously, the Russians were okay equipped to fight in the cold at the time, but the Finns were way better equipped at the time. Remember, this was in 41 for the Winter War. Finland actually beat them. They pushed them back. Serious, true story. Read about that. A very interesting part of World War II. Finland's role. Simo Haya, if you want to read about one particular person, was an absolute nutcase. This guy had like 300 confirmed kills. He's a sniper, no scope. He didn't scope anybody because of the reflection. It was easy to see it. So this guy would straight up go hunting for Soviets, and the Soviets were scared of him, and I don't blame them. He was no scoping nerds before it was cool. Yeah, that too. Metroid, yeah. The White Death, that's right. It's that White Death, dude. Yeah, I wouldn't. Simo, yeah, he went summer car on them. Real summer car. Yeah, helvete, satana. Like, Verkele.
Thank you for watching. Join me next time as I look at the new editions of Mulberries and the highly anticipated Railway Guns and what that means in the No Step Back expansion.
Pretty much, Jack, yeah.
Also, be sure to subscribe to this channel to make sure you don't miss a thing.
Dude, these... So Shift N, huh? Oh, that's great, Tessa. Good, thank you. Yeah, Simo, if you want to read about some crazy stuff, or just if you want to watch videos about it, there's a channel on YouTube called Mark Felton Productions. You want to read about crazy World War II stuff or listen about crazy World War II stuff? That guy is he's a doctorate in military history or something. His stories are insane. You read about Simo Haya in there, or you can watch. Here, let me get Mark's YouTube channel up. You want it? You want military history? Ooh, yeah, yeah. Mark is a gem. Here, this guy. Also, that's Mark with some stormtroopers. Curious Droid's pretty good. I like Mark. Mark is my guy. I don't know him, but he always has videos about obscure World War II stuff like that. Just weird stuff. Which is pretty rad. That guy's really cool. I love his videos are a gem. He puts out daily videos basically for free. He should, like, if you remember old History Channel, so like History Channel from 20 years ago, where they just talk about what happened. It's not like all hyped up or anything. It's like, and then the Germans advanced 2 acres into, across the Rhine River into France, and the French couldn't back them up because, like, just those old school History Channel videos. Mark's channel is for you if you like that kind of stuff. Yeah. GNAC, that's why I like it. He's just talking about what's going on. Like, here, his latest video. I won't show too much of it, but check it out real quick. Yeah, Evil Bit. So, Mark did a thing about World War II vehicles that are still in service. No surprise, Russian tanks.
World War II ended 76 years ago, but even today some World War II armoured vehicles remain in service with armies all over the world. And I'm not talking about vehicles used for ceremonial displays, but still serving as combat vehicles. The following examples are not an exhaustive list, and obtaining completely accurate numbers is difficult regarding certain countries.
Exactly, Hermanels. Yeah, it's like that. It's old school History Channel. It's just him talking about tanks. Or whatever, right?
Related to the M5 version. The British used the type extensively in the North African Desert Campaign, and it was also used to equip US reconnaissance units until
Yeah, Mark never does that. Yeah, he hasn't dealt with that, dude, because yeah. If you want some good World War II history, that's Mark Felton's old school history. Old school History Channel. It's the best. I watch his videos pretty much every day. I'm sorry, but those glasses make you think. Where is the money, Lebowski? Where is the money? We don't have it. We don't have the money. You got the wrong guy. What even? Meh. Anyway, yeah, Mark Felton Productions. Trust me on that one. No step back. Let's go. Hey!
Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Laith and you might know me from The Social Streamers, a YouTube channel centered around grand strategy content. I'm collaborating with Paradox Interactive to show you the new features with a No Step Back DLC for Hearts of Iron 4.
No, trust me,
today
Dead
we're
Crew,
going to be
like
looking at 2 features. The first is Mulberry Harbours.
Dead Crew, I'm very particular about who I recommend on stream for content because I like people that put as much effort in as I do, right? Mark puts way more effort than me in. Like, way more effort. He makes me look like an amateur because I basically am. Trust me on that one. I wouldn't recommend a channel unless I absolutely meant it.
Floating harbours designed to support large-scale invasions. The second is something I know has been eagerly anticipated. Railway guns.
No, Phoenix, I haven't.
As I'm sure you're aware,
if
you land units in a naval invasion but fail to capture a port quickly, then you're going to need to write a lot of letters to families back home. However, with this DLC, you can keep your soldiers supplied for weeks or even months depending on the context in which you find yourself. So, how does this work? First, you need to research the relevant technology. From there, you can build these floating harbours using dockyards. When you have one of these in your stockpile, the option to navally invade with the support of one becomes available.
So, do we invade at Calais? Or do you invade at Normandy? Or do you invade both?
The invasion then takes place in an identical manner to normal naval invasion, up until the point you land, upon which the floating harbour will be set up and visible. Selecting the supply map mode will let you know exactly how many days of available supplies you have left. Once this runs out, you're dependent on local supply.
Or do you invade an army, or do you stage an army of balloon tanks at Dover and confuse the heck out of your enemy and then invaded Normandy? Spoiler alert, that's what happens. That's what happened. The Allies had a bunch of blow-up Sherman tanks. Seriously, they made inflatable Sherman tanks, and they put a bunch of them in Dover, and the German reconnaissance plane took pictures of them because from 20,000 feet, who knows? Who knows what the heck that is? It looks like a tank to me, right? How are they supposed to know? Seriously, the Allies did that. They made blow-up Sherman tanks, and they put like an entire battalion of blow-up Sherman tanks in Dover to confuse the Germans. Yep. Calais, they'll never see it coming. Invaded Nice, really shake them up.
At which point, if you haven't secured the port,
That's a
your
big
troops
brain
will succumb to
strat,
either starvation or the enemy guns. You do need to be aware of the air situation, however,
That's-
as enemy
that's
air
correct,
superiority,
Roger.
amongst
Yep.
other factors, will affect the longevity of your Mulberry Harbour. This feature allows for more in-depth invasion plans. An invasion backed by floating harbours offers more breathing room before catastrophe. Now, it's time for me to discuss railway guns. Once you've researched armoured trains, the next natural step is to attach a massive gun to it, allowing for the production of railway guns once researched. Production is slightly different to standard equipment, with up to 5 factories being allowed to be dedicated to it. Additionally, once production is completed,
Nice,
it is not added to the stockpile but instead deployed immediately in your capital. Once available, it shouldn't come as a shock to hear that the
Okay,
railway
that's
gun
all
can
good.
only travel along your railway network. Meaning, if you have an underdeveloped network, then transporting a new toy to the front line will be problematic. The way in which a railway gun functions is a bit different to a normal unit, so let me take you through it. A railway gun has a radius in which its effects will be felt, which can be seen by hovering over it. All battles within this area will then see a debuff to the enemy, helping to break through stubborn defensive lines. Now I see how your mind works, so no, you can't concentrate 10 railway guns in one area and expect to see a minus 150% to an enemy's defense. This modifier doesn't stack, so it's prudent to ensure that your railway guns are spread out across your front line. So, how do you handle a railway gun if you're on the receiving end of the bombardment? Well, obviously, the railway gun has a much larger range than your troops. But it does have significant weaknesses, namely the tracks it relies upon. If the railway is damaged, so is the train. You can see the strength remaining by hovering over it. Additionally, if you manage to break through enemy lines and have fast light tanks built through the tank designer, there's every chance you'll be able to encircle the railway gun owing to its limited pathing. Something else to note is that the German, French, British, Japanese, Russian and American versions each have their own unique look, meaning that you can sit back and watch the famed Gustav in action. These two editions of railway guns and mulberries serve to demonstrate the increased tactical depth available with the No Step Back expansion. Thank you for watching. Join me next time as I look at the new Officer Corps and what that entails in the No Step Back expansion for Hearts of Iron 4. Also, be sure to subscribe to this channel to make sure you don't miss a thing.
Yeah, watching these was probably a good idea.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Laith and you might know me from The Social Streamers, a YouTube channel centered around grand strategy content.
I didn't,
I'm
but now I
collaborating
do.
with Paradox Interactive to show you the new features with the No Step Back DLC for Hearts of Iron 4. Today we're going to take an in-depth look at the Officer Corps and the changes that it brings to the game. This new feature brings together all things military, from doctrines to national spirits and more, concentrating them into one area. This section is where you'll dictate not just the ethos of how your army fights, but specific tactics preferred and the ways in which your officers are trained. The portraits at the top of the screen are where individuals such as theorists can be selected. The benefits other advisors grant you, such as the military high command, is dependent on their own rank. Speaking of advisors, there is now a direct connection between generals and advisors, providing a career path for those hardworking military men. Generals with specific traits are eligible to be promoted. For example, in this game, this field marshal could become a morale advisor, owing to having the charismatic traits and being at least level 4. Instead of some scientists in a research lab suddenly spouting new military theory, it makes more sense for advances in doctrine to be separate. With this change, doctrines can be unlocked using experience points from the relevant branch.
Oh, neat.
Don't worry, experience generation has been increased overall to account for the new ways in which you can spend your shiny little stars men bled for. I'm sure your eye has been caught by the large buttons in each command section. These are the new Officer Corps spirits. But what are spirits? Spirits, in a nutshell, are a new way to specialize your military, refining your overall ethos and allowing you the depth to be able to respond to the rapidly changing era that the game is set in. The 3 types of spirit are as follows: the spirit of the branch, the spirit of command, and the spirit of the academy. Note that the Air Force does not have this spirit. I'm going to show you this feature by taking a closer look at what's available for the army. It's important to note that
Sorry, I
certain
don't know why
spirits
I
can be
found that
unlocked
funny.
via doctrines. Let me begin by taking you through the Spirit of Academy. This directly impacts your generals through various means. For example, the Bold Attack Spirit offers a 50% chance to increase a general's attack when they level up. Others, like the Embrace the Future Spirit, offer increased experience gain with regards to certain traits, as well as increasing the likelihood that a new officer starts with one of these traits. The Spirit of the Army deals with the general army ethos, offering bonuses such as political power gain, decreased design costs, and experience gain, to name just a few. The Spirit of Division Command dictates how your units fight. For example, victory or death reduces organization loss when a division has below 25% organization. Having said this, it's not all combat modifiers, as can be seen with the reserve officers, which reduces training time by 15%. I'd love to go through each available spirit for each branch of your military, but I'm conscious of time constraints. I will say that there's a lot of variety here, translating into a completely different type of military depending on the different choices you make.
From your colleagues,
if you're desperately defending against hordes of Russians, then stacking defense spirits coupled with victory or death is going to make it a painful experience.
Victory or death!
Underneath these spirits, you can see each aspect of your military and what modifiers you're currently experiencing. For example, here, as the UK, I'm not suffering the base minus 50% to land night attack owing to the technologies that I've researched. With this, you can see exactly where your army excels, or more importantly, where it's lacking, allowing you to plan accordingly. The final feature that I want to discuss is that of preferred tactics. By selecting this button on the Officer Core tab, you can pick which tactic you would like to see employed. This allows for increased control over the individual battles that win and lose wars. If you're facing an opponent that is one-dimensional, selecting the preferred tactic to counter them could offer a significant advantage. This can be coupled with the division spirits for an even higher likelihood the desired tactic is chosen. For example, if my preferred tactic is mass charge, selecting victory or death will stack this nicely.
Yes, the Scottish
Overall,
strategy.
the Officer Core feature offers an unprecedented level of control over your military's ethos and direction, enabling you to steer your nation to victory, or crushing defeat. Thank you for watching. If you haven't already, do make sure to check out the other tutorials that I've made looking at the new features of the No Step Back expansion for Hearts of Iron 4. Also, be sure to subscribe to this channel to make sure you don't miss a thing.
I think we are ready, comrade. We will go now. Fagnally. No, this expansion is for the Eastern Bloc countries. We will play as them.
Discovery, go and throttle up.
The red ones are the normal German version. Black is cherry, and the one on the right is a light bottle. Cool. Tessa, 67 months. You might want to talk about Operation Mincemeat. I know about this. Yeah, the misdirection. You're following the normal timeline. I don't understand why you have such a big problem with this. So did the Soviet Union. John, I want to play as them. Yeah, S-Master, not everybody was on board with that whole communism idea. Fascism isn't much better, but I don't know. What would you do if you had the choice? That's like being stuck between a rock and a hard place. Get out of Europe. Yeah. That's what my grandparents did. Alright. Well, yeah, of course. See what we got. Escape to Argentina. propaganda campaigns, and paranoia. Oh boy. Alright, let's see what we got here. Oh, nice. You can get the instructional videos right through it. Alright, so let's do this right. Digging the shades. Thank you. Let's see what we got here. Okay. This is cool. Man, this is complicated, dude. This is a tough game. Yeah, I think we should do that, Tessa. This is dope, dude. Alright. Where do we start, Balksy?
Готов выдвигаться. Готов выдвигаться.
Da. Backseating or not?
Верно.
I want to win, Arknarovich, so... Yeah. This isn't like other construction games where it's like, oh, EJ wants to learn. No, I want to win. As long as you explain why you're backseating me, do it. Joe. Privet. Как дела? How good are you at Hearts of Iron 4? I took over the world as the Germans in a previous save. I did it by 1962, though. I ended up smoking the US and making it a gigantic nuclear fire crater. Yeah, it was pretty awesome. I especially nuked my hometown. Badly. Oh yeah, I turned Massachusetts into a giant crater, which was actually kind of fun. I really did enjoy that. Seriously, we invaded through Venezuela, made our way up through Mexico, built up on the southern border of the US, and then literally just nuked this entire, like made a line of nukes from here to here, and then pushed through the nukes. Oh yeah, we broke the US in half. Yeah, Man in the High Castle style. And then Japan tried to, and I nuked them too. Yeah, even funnier. Yeah, oh yeah, it was great. It's great. There was an offensive through the Appalachian Mountains, and then we stopped in DC, and then basically stopped here, right? And then I just did another line of nukes from Ottawa to basically Boston, and then broke through there. Yeah, it was pretty sweet. Yeah. Yeah, it was awesome. I took over the entire world. Yeah, it was great. People didn't like that. There were some people that were like, I can't believe you do that. I'm like, it's a game. It's a game. The last playthrough we played through was Greece. I ended up taking over all of Russia as Greece somehow. I don't know how that happened, but I ended up doing it. How many nukes does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop? 1, a 2, a 3? Mr. Owl, how many nukes does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop? Now you've become damn crummy. Yes. Yes, we will take over world. We're going to take world. Alright, so we're playing with the historical focuses on. So a German invasion of Poland is going to happen. So we got to take that into account, but we also need to build up. Soviet Union had this problem. They realized what was going on over here, and they realized that they needed to build up. A lot of Russia was very underdeveloped. Well, still is. but not this part. So this mountain range from the Urals over is very built up. It's very industrialized. Basically, all the way from the Kola Peninsula down to the Crimean. They built that up because they needed to build up the factories. And then when the Germans came through, the Soviets had this massive plan to move all their factories here. And that's where they did. They literally took all their infrastructure and moved it back because they got pushed back by the Germans, right? And that's basically where the industrialized parts of the Soviet Union stayed. Right here. They're still there to this day, which is kind of cool. Like, we'll take Omsk, for instance. Omsk is over here somewhere. I forget exactly where it is. Like, it's where the Angara rockets are made. They made the factory down here. The entire world will know, cheeky breeky. You can see the supply status on top. It's 100% and 49 convoys. Alright, so let's build. A research slot is available. What are we researching here? We got military, we got infantry equipment. We got support equipment. We already kind of went over that. Tanks, artillery pieces, naval equipment. You can go down this path if you want. I say let's get the mechanics going. Industry first, then electronics. Alright. Electronics, huh? I'm gonna play this slow. I want to do this right. We got civilian factories. Take Iran and Saudi Arabia, then you have all the oil. Well, the Russians have the Caucasus down here. There's a lot of oil right here. Still is. There's a lot in this area right here. The Germans tried to get there. One of their strategies was go down this way and try to get all the oil from the Soviet Union. It kind of worked until it didn't. Until poo-stained mustache man decided to be an idiot and attack civilian cities like a moron instead of military targets. Guy was obsessed with propaganda victories, but the problem is when you're fighting a war, propaganda victories don't really... That didn't really end well. Yeah. Yeah, ended up shooting himself in the face. Sucks to be you, man! You know. So much for propaganda, eh, bud? Dick. We're gonna kick this guy's teeth in here. Yeah, we're gonna kick this guy's teeth in. It's gonna be quite fun, actually. This guy's going down. You know why? You know why he's going down? Because our mustache is better than his mustache, okay? Look at that. Look at that. A little poo stain of a mustache. Look at this. Now that's a mustache, all right? God. Yeah, that's right, Penta. It's true. What if you play as the U.S. and take them all down? I think that's what everybody would be expecting of me, S, so that's why I'm not doing that. Yard brush is better than a toothbrush. See, Joe, I'm with you. I'm with you on that one. All right, so let's unpause. We're going to play slow here. I'm really going to go slow. All right, refresh my memory, chat. What about these civilian factories? What do they do? I said no. I said he's got a better mustache, PY. He's got a better mustache. I mean, that's just facts, right? There's nothing wrong with what I'm saying. That's a better mustache than this douche nozzle of a human over here. Look, what's that about? What's that about? It looks like someone took a poo on your upper lip, all right? Bro, you're going down, okay? You're going down. Is Hitler censored? No. No, not at all. Plentiful amounts of dosh. That's a stashette. No. Okay, you really want to know why his mustache is like that? His mustache is like that so he can fit a gas mask over it. Because he was a messenger in World War I. He moved information to the front line. So this guy, like, okay, if you've ever seen 1917, literally that. That's what he did during World War I. It's a barcode. So he did have a mustache like that, if you look at pictures. But he cut it so he could fit a gas mask over it. And he just kind of stuck with it. Check Denmark's leader's beard if you want to see a good one. Oh. Yeah, alright, I can get Thorvald Stalning. It's pretty good, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. See? Kosti Kallio. Yes, look at that mustache. That is quite good mustache. We'll see what we can do, Tessa. Last if you didn't catch it. So you like trains, but how do you feel about dinosaurs? Not really into dinosaurs, Everett. But I get what you're doing. Dinosaurs are cool. They're okay. But they're not a train, alright? If there's a fight between a train and a dinosaur, so dinosaur's standing on the train tracks, train's coming, dinosaur roars at it, train runs him over and promptly just moves it out of the way. It's like, you know, like when a train goes through a semi-truck on the train tracks. Hopefully nobody gets hurt. But see, I like trains more. Dinosaurs are cool, but they are in fact not a train, okay? If there's two things in life that I love, it's dinosaurs and trains. I can respect that. Okay, we got low supply up here at the Kola Peninsula. We only got one train track going up there. In complex math. Yeah, alright, I'm with you on that one. I'm kind of a fan of that too. I can get behind that. Build more civs where the infrastructure is high. Okay. PY, what oblast are you in? You're over here, right? What if you melt down dinosaurs and use them to run trains? 5-head strat right there. So, okay. Let me just tell you guys. Let me pause the game a little bit for a second. All right. 30 kilometers south of Leningrad. Okay. Yeah, I remember now from where you showed me that video. You're up here somewhere. All right. We'll build up Leningrad. Let's do it. I prefer St. Petersburg. I don't know what you prefer. Leningrad's okay, but Lenin was kind of a tool. It's kind of a tool. St. Peter, though. St. Peter's cool. Makes good ships. Okay, so Russia has this problem, dudes. The problem is okay, if you go from Berlin all the way to Moscow here, right? The problem is that it's flat. It's very flat terrain. Right here, from here to here, it's a giant funnel, okay? That giant funnel is called the Volga Gap, all right? So you have these mountains right here that kind of shield you from the south through Romania, right? But right here, right, you have this big flat open terrain basically from Berlin all the way to the Ural Mountains. Russia has to try and defend this. That's a long line right there. It's hard to defend it. That's why, you know, during World War II they pushed all the way to here and made that line very small, right? That's what they did. You have some swamps to help, but yeah, it's very easy to trek across this flat, relatively flat terrain. I mean, terrain is big, and that's cool that they added it and made it something big here, because that really makes a difference. All right, let's go Luga. All right, let's build up Luga right there. I haven't, Flykin. I never practice. I always go in cold turkey, probably to my detriment. All right, Uralsk. Where's Omsk? PY. I'm building up Omsk for fun. Omsk is over here somewhere. Build civs until like 38 and 39. Okay. Yeah, so that's why the Russians, you know, and the Soviets pushed all the way to Germany, right? And they wanted to secure these as satellite states to protect themselves, because down here you have these mountains that keep them kind of protected here, and then you have these mountains here, you know, out past the Kazakh Shelf where they launch rockets from, right? You have this mountain range right here, not the Himalayas, but whatever this mountain range is, I forget. You have that kind of all the way over to here. So you can, there's kind of a lot of natural defenses here. This is the one you really have to worry about. And then over here, this flat area around Vladivostok, you have to worry about that as well. Because people can come in through Vladivostok and up here. That's why the Soviet Union never declared war on Japan. Japan and the Soviet Union actually had a non-aggression pact until 1945. Where are the Alpine? The Alps? The Alps and the Pyrenees are over here. Omsk is behind the Urals. We should build up Omsk. I don't think it's even here. No, that's too far away for now. We should build up around Moscow. Build that up. Orel. We should build up along the train lines. That's probably the right move. So build up in here. See, the train tracks are a big deal nowadays. We got to build up here. Novgorod. Build up in there. Basically make tracks all the way from Leningrad to Moscow. And then we got to go down here to the Crimean. Let's go down here. Build all this up. Build that up. That should be good. That's correct, Imperator. Yeah. The Russians declared war on the Japanese and took over. They pushed down through the Korean Peninsula for the same exact reason. That's why they did that. You know? Of course, over here, you know, the U.S. perceived that as hostile territory, so that's part of the reason. That's right. It was part of the reason why we nuked Japan. To show them, look, don't screw with us. Stop them in their tracks. For better or for worse, I suppose. Like, depending on how you look at that, I guess. I mean, I'd argue it's probably a good idea. But let's not talk about that. You don't have to link them up. You should build them where infrastructure is the highest. I basically did, and I built around those areas. Alright. So we're going to go slow here. We have free military factories. All right. What are we building? What are we building? What are we building? We're building... Okay, an SVT-40. That's not a bad rifle. Your thesis is on the Korean War. The U.S. was surprised when Stalin accepted the division of Korea. Then they were there a month before the United States. Yep. Interesting. All right. Where's our military factories at? We have military 18 out of 32, so let's make some guns. Oh wait, no, we don't need to do that way. We can just bank on the guns up here. 26 out of 32. 32 out of 32 with the supply equipment there. Troops are going to need supply, so let's do that. Let's balance it out. There we go. All right. So no national focus is set. We got to build up infrastructure. That's the big one, man. I'm remembering, Boxy. It's just going to take me a second. I'm taking the infrastructure. Outdated divisions and basic training. All right, let's design divisions here. So what are we dealing with here? We have a lot of land to defend here. Russia's got a huge border, right? Now you can split it at St. Petersburg because of the Balkans, right? And you got Finland to deal with up here. Another thing up here that the Soviets tried to do is they tried to get to here. They tried to basically cut Finland off, right? To get basically right here so they could, if they, later what they were trying to do was go down through Sweden. Didn't work. Because the Finns are freaking crazy. Like, in a good way. Let's think about this. What do we need to do? Let's go edit the division here. So, we need something with a lot of width. We need something that can cover a wide swath of terrain, but you don't want to stretch too thin along this line right here. We don't have to declare war on Finland. We can just... I'd actually prefer... Okay, so think about it like chess. Sometimes in chess, you don't take out your enemy's pawns. You don't take them out. You leave them there to block in some of their own pieces. You can use them as buffer states. I think that might be the right move here. I don't think invading Finland is a good idea. I mean, unless we're really, really prepared. Or you could, in this game, you can guarantee independence with other countries. You basically play diplomatic simulator here. Kimmy's first karvas lad. Don't attack in the winter if you want to win. Well, Top Fuel, the new expansion really penalizes you. You get a minus 30% effort. Like there's a minus 30% debuff to all your stuff if you try to attack in muddy terrain or in winter terrain, which is interesting. 20 combat width is best. Well, K3, they changed that. That's the thing. They changed it. I don't know if it's different or not. I would go for pure infantry for now. Your army group can have 5 by 24 divisions, so 2 full army groups would be good for defense. Yeah, oh, you'll get screwed if you try to invade in the spring or in the winter. You're going to get bogged down in mud. You have to invade in the summer or fall. Late summer is probably not a good idea. You want to invade right at the beginning of summer. They tried invading right at the end of summer. It didn't really work correctly. Alright, so base stats, max speed 4 kilometer, HP 225, organization is 54. Where's our combat width? Combat width is 18. An artillery divisions are probably good. So I'll add 2 arty to this and see what happens. Okay, we're at 24. Design is too expensive. I can't do that right now. Damn. Yep. Okay. We have outdated equipment in production. What equipment here is outdated? I don't understand. Have I seen Hacksaw Ridge? Of course. Yeah, if like in parts of Canada they have, well, on Canadian cars, dude, just on a side note, parts of Canada get, and this is Alaska too, this goes, same goes for Alaska. In parts of Canada and Alaska, it gets so ridiculously cold, and parts of the Midwest too, cars come equipped with a block heater option. Basically, you take an extension cord, you cut it off, right, and you ground it against the engine block, and then you plug it in. And it runs current through the engine to keep it nice and warm. That way you can actually start the thing. But yeah, some cold is bad. Some cold is good for an engine. Too much cold is very bad. But the Navy is as worthless as the SOV. Should we take away from that? All right. Yeah, sleeper fits for sure. Nah, let them finish and put all the dark yards on convoys so you can trade with the U.S. Okay. Which one of these is nowhere near? Screw that. Let's go with that. Yeah, Kev, yeah, onboard trickles. Mm-hmm. Yeah, no. Trust me, where I'm at, it gets cold, but not that cold. We don't need block heaters. So we're at 6 out of 6 on the dockyards. Strat bombers, we got fighters here. Oh yeah, we're okay. We got dealt, man. Russia was in freaking chaos. Military factories, we freed some up. If we're gonna add artillery, we're gonna need artillery. We have unassigned divisions, I remember now. Insufficient resources. Alright, what are we insufficient at? We need rubber. That may have been too much. Cool. Perfect. You could probably switch to strat bombers or tactical bombers. We have the Ilyushin 4. Oh, a Polyakov P8. Yeah, let's do that. Let's crank up. Actually, no. I screwed that up. We don't want to do that. Let's go over here. I'm remembering how to do this, guys. I haven't played. British Malaya rubber uses up no convoys. Oh, you just want me to trade with the Brits, mate? You keep missing it. There you go. Yeah, I got it.
До приказа.
До приказа. Alright.
Так точно.
Let's put these dudes in a division. The northern division's up here. Central, and then southern. And then we're built up on the borders over here.
Так точно.
You can ally with them eventually. It's 1936, so not yet.
Брось! Брось!
And I want Georgi up there. We need somebody with defense if we're gonna... Somebody with good defense up in Kola if we're gonna not invade Finland. Zhukov is good at attacking. Konev is good at defense, so... Yeah, let's get him in there. Okay, so he's up there.
Брось! До приказа.
До приказа. That's 92 divisions. Oy. Okay.
Готов!
19 divisions. There we go. Who are we gonna assign here? I'm gonna save Zhukov for attack divisions. Let's get Vasilevsky in there. And then down here, how many divisions? 73. Oh boy. Yeah, I got you. Misuse, Flykin.
Я готов!
We'll put Zhukov in charge of the whole thing. That probably would be a good idea. Konstantin Rokossovsky. Yeah, let's put him in there.
Готов выдвигаться!
So basically I'm assigning battalion commanders here. 2, 3 on Shaposnikov. Let's put Timoshenko in there. Trying to get guys with decent stats here, but so we can kind of form a little bit of a division here. How hard is this to get into? Cliff. The learning curve is the Grand Canyon, man. This is a tough game, which is why I don't mind backseating. I really don't. This is a hard game.
Слушаю!
Govorov, we can put him in there.
Так точно! Я готов!
Oops. Ah, I screwed that up. I assigned all divisions to this dude. Crap. Balxy, how do I undo it? I gotta pause.
Брось!
We need somebody with good defense here. Cherevchenko. Let's get those guys in here.
Брось! Я готов! Внимание! Слушаю!
Okay.
Слушаю! Смирно! Внимание! Смирно! Внимание! Слушаю!
Still have a guy over here with too many divisions.
Я готов!
Hey, Kuznetsov. Nice. Let's put Kuznetsov over there. Okay. I think we're good across the board. Pretty sure I got all my divisions assigned. Hey, 2020, what's going on?
Слушаю.
Bum 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 bum. I remember this now.
Внимание! Жду приказа. Готов?
So these two dudes, Kuznetsov and Cherevchenko, are
Смирно!
over here. They're on the far eastern front. It's a grand strategy game, Senshai. If you zoom in on Finland, can you find Perjärvi? It's actually somewhere over here, fictionally, of course. I'll try to, PY.
Готов? Готов?
Good mustache. Budyani.
Готов выдвигаться. Я готов. Готов выдвигаться. Я готов.
This guy needs to be in his own army group.
Жду приказа.
Okay, so that's the front. That's the army that we have inland. This is the far east over here. Alright, we gotta assign them battle lines here. Imagine the Soviets making Soyuz Saturn V. Yeah, about that. Yeah, they did. It's called the N1 rocket. But they did it without von Braun. Flagging, there was one genius, like quite literally genius, rocket engineer from the Soviet Union. His name's Sergei Korolev. Sergei Korolev is responsible for Soyuz. He invented Soyuz and the R-7. So not only did he do the spacecraft, he did the entire launch vehicle and all the GSE. Designed it all himself. That was his moon rocket. But unfortunately, he passed away. He passed away in 1966. In the middle of the space race. I firmly believe that's the reason why the Russians didn't get to the moon, because Korolev died. N1 didn't really work yet, because he died. Oh, it flew. Badly, but it flew.
Готов выдвигаться. Готов выдвигаться. Ройс! Внимание! Готов. Слушаю. Я готов.
You can put one army group to a new theater with a new theater army button on the right. It's easier to manage that way.
Жду приказа. Внимание! Слушаю! Слушаю!
Freaking trying to remember how to do this.
Внимание!
Oh,
Я готов!
nope, nope, cancel that. Belay order.
Готов! Готов! Ройсь!
Where are the troops? Oh, there they are.
Мирно!
How do I extend this front line?
Готов выдвигаться! Готов выдвигаться! Готов? Так точно! Так точно!
Good.
Мирно!
Yeah, Kola is really undefended right now.
Ройсь!
So I'm drawing their front lines here.
До приказа! Слушаю! Выходим! Готов! Готов? Внимание!
Yamanya. Those guys basically gotta stay where they are. You don't have to draw the line on the whole country, just click on it. Okay.
До приказа!
It won't let me extend that line though. Why? Are we not at war with Latvia? Why can't I build up on Estonia and not Latvia?
Так точно!
Those guys will do area defense over there.
До приказа! Готов! Ройсь!
Actually, these guys right here would be better with an area defensive. I'm remembering. It's just taking me a second.
До приказа!
There we go.
Ройсь!
Cool. And we'll put them on defensive orders around here for now.
Внимание!
Excellent. Alright, cool. We're looking good here. Looking good. Only garrison the ports and maybe the coast with the defensive positions.
Слушаю!
Yeah, that's basically what I'm doing. But we gotta stay defending around here. Around, what is this, Ossetia? Maybe you have an answer for my last. Demilitarized zones make sense by the name, but what does it mean? When a zone is militarized, is it like martial law? No, that means there's an army in it. How do we set it so they're only defending ports? I'll just... Like invasion, just this is a militarized zone right here. It's not, we're not at war, but there's strong presence there. It's where you build up. No, it's the whole world. Yep. Let's grab that. Click the garrison order.
Я готов.
Oh, I forget where that is. Okay, EJ's being stupid again. Passing. I know, nothing new. (1936) is when it starts, O-Force. The flag and shield. Area defense. Oh, okay, I got it. There we go. They don't need to guard coastline. But you do have to be careful because someone could artificial harbor you if you're not careful. But I don't think we need to worry about that. Deselect everything apart from ports and coastline. We don't have enough divisions to do that, but it's okay right now. Hand of Binan.
Готов.
Can't really pick advisors yet, huh? Okay.
Так точно.
Yeah, Balxy, yeah, you noticed that, huh? See your last, you'll LYL. Lol. Wrong year, huh? Yep, okay. Yep. Nice. I've played this before, Sun Temple. I was bad at it, though.
Так точно.
Oh, jeez. No.
Слушаю.
It's good enough. Yeah, I got you passing. Have you played CNC? Long time ago. It was satisfactory, just went update 5 early access. What's going on here? Rip Black Electron. Wow, that looks, dude, that looks real cool. Gorshkov, no. Well, Golov will be fine. We really need to get these supply lines going.
Внимание!
Oh, I remember now. Yeah, you gotta handle the planes too, but really we need to build up the industry. That's the real big one. We gotta get developed. We really have to get developed in this area here. Not so much over here, maybe a little bit on the coast. But we need to basically get enough tech so when the Germans come, and they will, we can basically steamroll them. You're gonna go see the DART mission in person? Funky? That's cool, man. Awesome.
Я готов. Я готов.
1:20 a.m. You don't have to do anything on the east. After the Japanese have their border conflict, you pretty much move everybody to the west. Read last. Guys, it's gotta be harder for me to read last because I'm managing all this. Yeah. Okay. Pause. Pause. We got heavy industry. Turkey seizes control over the Bosphorus. Oh, that's not ideal. See, that's bad. That's bad for us from this point of view. Because if they seize control over the straits right here, around Istanbul, all of our ports are cut off in the Black Sea. Yeah, of course, Buck. We'll go around the horn. I'm just playing everybody else because everybody's expecting me to play the US, you know? Gotta get that 5-year plan going. I don't meet the requirements for the plan. We need more controlled factories than 100. We currently have 85. Okay. Man, what a tree that is. Yeah, of course. Nice, Havix. I agree, Sun Temple. We need to build up the industrial badly. The center is the historical path, yep. Well, we're paused, so let's read here. Yo, Simcopter, what's up, dude? How are you? How's things, man? Wow, my eyes hurt now. No, I'm putting those back on. Hey, Sim. What's up? We're just checking out the new Hearts of Iron stuff. Dude, they added so much, I'm kind of like... How you doing, buddy? Man, I'm trying to... I don't know what to do. I'm trying to figure this out. You're doing well. Happy to be here. Right on, man. How big do you want your focus tree? Yes. Is there any way that we... Okay, this is gonna sound like a dumb question. Is there any way that we don't do communism? Is there any way that that doesn't happen? Can we not do? Can we just not do that? You can restore the monarchy? Well, you know what? I don't really want that either. You can do a fascist monarchy. Yeah, I don't want that. Wow, there's a lot of stuff that you can do here. Not doing communism? That's communist. Wait, what? Can we do like a democratic republic? You know, like a real one, not just put it in the name and just do something else? Is that doable? You know, because it seems like a lot of people just put that in the name. I'm not sure I'm not sure those words mean what they think it means. There's a search function. Democracy. No, two results found. 2 results found. I love democracy. All right. Well, we'll start here. The path. We'll start with the path to Leninism. That's sure. We'll start there. Turkey compromises on remilitarization of the Straits. After much negotiating, the Turkish government has decided to take control over the Straits while still permitting free access to all nations bordering the Black Sea. The ironclad proposal is provided by... Okay. The ironclad proposal provided by Turkey leaves little room for a protest and has already been hastily approved by Bulgaria and Romania, which ultimately ties their hands on the matter. That crisis can be considered concluded. Turkey and the Soviet Union have come to an agreement on revising the Treaty of Lausanne. I'm not sure I'm saying that right. Which was signed and implemented after the nascent Republic of Turkey repulsed the intent on the Turkish War of Independence. The treaty has long been decreed as an assault on Turkish sovereignty, but today the treaty is finally amended in favor of the newly legalized Montreux Convention. I don't know. We'll see what we can do. Turkey now has complete control over traffic that passes in and out of the Turkish Straits. And the states around the Straits now have been remilitarized by Turkey. British observers who were a part of the process are merely satisfied that the conflict in the region has been avoided. And yeah, that seems to be an MO from them. How are we on everything here? Go to F3 and check the status of the Bosphorus Straits if you want to check if you still have access to the Mediterranean. I would say that we do, unless there's something that I'm missing here. What do you want for your wartime stuff to be? Light tanks, mediums, planes? Keep zooming in. I think we're okay. We have a route. Perfect. Boxy, we're gonna need decent... It's basically all around, man. Like, we don't need super heavy tanks. We just need medium duty tanks that are gonna be good enough to get the job done. Wow, that's very Russian. Huh, that makes a lot more sense. It doesn't need to be perfect. It needs to be good enough. In this case, better is the enemy of good. We got a lot of land to defend here, so we're going to need something that's it's going to be good enough to get the job done. It doesn't have to be a super precise implementation, you know? You know what? That makes a lot more sense thinking about that now. Nice glasses. Spasiba. Because, look, this whole area here is going to turn to poo-poo very soon. Like, very soon. Not here, or here so much, but right in this area here. It's going to be bad. We need to really build up and make them think twice about doing that. I'd start researching anti-aircraft. Researching anti-aircraft then. Okay. Unpause. Where's the... I always forget. There's so many freaking menus in this game. We need basically we need the T-34-85. T-34-85 was the best tank of the war. Alright? By a long shot. The 85 was the good one. The 76 is okay. T-34-85, that's what we need. We need that. Third icon on the top left. Alright, well, it's going to take a second for that.
До приказа.
They're really undersupplied up in Kola. We're going to need a lot of supplies up there. We got to build this sucker up. I want to get in here, guys, and I want... You know, people are going to be like, we'll invade the Russia. I'd be like, nah. I'd be like, niet. No, we're going to steamroll them. We're going to steamroll them. What I want to try to do here is do what Stalin actually wanted to do. Stalin wanted to go all the way to Portugal. Just come in here and just slap everybody. Just absolutely go in here and just wreck face. That's what they wanted to do. Let's see if we can make Joey Steele's dreams come true. Europe, I mean Western Russia. How do you say west? I forget. Vostok? Yuznoye? I forget north and east. Zapad. Yeah, Havocs. Well, it's because they industrialized. The Soviet Union is an industrial monster, and Russia still is to this day to an extent, man. They got heavy industry. Like, very heavy industry. It's because they what happened was in the 20s and the 30s, Ford, Chevy, everybody wanted a piece of that pie. Only it was a state-run factory, but they licensed all the equipment. So all the heavy industry there, man, they seriously, Henry Ford did business with everybody. He was a real piece of crap. He did business with the Russians and the Germans at the same time. He didn't care. So, you know, the Soviets needed some heavy industry, so they went to the Americans and said, "Hey, help us with this." And yeah, they did. Funny how that works. Henry Ford didn't care. Money's money. If they want to give him a way to kill each other better, like I said, he's kind of a real piece of crap. And they paid, Joe. Yeah, they did pay. So messed up. We gained 25 years of falling behind on the Industrial Revolution in like 5 to 10 years. I mean, that's the 5-year plan. Yeah, no, they built it up because Russia had a ton of poor farmers. It was actually, Vasi, it's very similar to the problem that the U.S. had. The problem in the U.S., dude, is that after the Civil War, there was tons of workers down here, right? And really nothing for them to do, right? So they moved around. They moved a lot around here, and Henry Ford picked up on that. In Detroit, he started building up industry, and he started paying people more than everybody else, and then everybody emigrated to Detroit, and Detroit became ridiculous. I mean, Russia had that same problem. After the Tsar didn't give a frick. Nicholas didn't care. He kind of did, but he also kind of didn't, right? So Russia had a lot of migrant workers. There's a lot of farmers out here. There's a lot of peasants, right? They had to put those people to work. So they built tons of factories, and that's what I'm trying to do now. I need to build up factories, and that's what we're doing. It's a very interesting period of history. That's right, TJ. Your industry is what makes industry and oil, dude. That's what wins. Like, you got those two, you're gonna win a war. Like, it's that simple. The Germans, they tried, but ultimately there ain't no oil here. They tried to go for the Caucasus. It didn't work. They got slapped by Zhukov in Stalingrad. In Germany, oh man, they lost so many people there. Like, they wanted to hold the city, right? And what Zhukov did is he just went around them and then circled the German, I think it was the 6th Army. Yep, screwed them. Nothing they got cut off. Seriously. It was freaking brutal because, I mean, once again, the Germans tried to push through and they tried to get the oil. They tried to, and they held it for a little bit, but then, once again, they tried this stupid pincer attack here, and it almost worked, but yeah, they stretched way too thin. They stretched the supply lines too thin. There wasn't enough oil to sustain that big of a front line. And that's what the Russians basically are tailored for. They're tailored for a lot of ground combat. Like the Soviet Navy was not very big. Because what the hell are they going to use a navy for? You got tons of land to defend. Portugal, I say don't stop till you're in San Diego. It's going to take a while, but we can figure it out. I'm sure we can do it. Let's fast forward a little bit. So Stalin was the Eastern equivalent of MacArthur wanting to go right up to China during the Korean War. Well, yeah, I mean, Patton over here, Patton wanted to go all the way to Moscow because he knew that's what the Russians wanted to do. He didn't like Eisenhower letting them take land. He thought that was stupid. But Eisenhower wasn't too... It was actually a pretty smart idea. The reason why it was a smart idea is because if you let them go to the Volga, close up the Volga Gap, you have a lot less area to try and defend. That's why he let them go. The Russians went all the way to Berlin, and the U.S. kind of came down here through Bavaria, right? The U.S. came down here, the Brits came up here, and the French kind of came right in the center, and then the Soviets went right through. I mean, they steamrolled like everything in here. Once the German lines collapsed, it was only a matter of time. You want some Russian Hearts of Iron words? Oh. Yeah, actually, yes. But we have viewers in chat to help me with this. Dywizja, brigada, motoryzowania. It's just English words with just stuff attached to it. Sever, Yug, Vostok, Zapad, Center. Gee, I wonder what center is. People's like, eh. Severny, Yuzny, Vostochny, Zapadny, Centralny. This is cool, man. I'm holding on to that. Alright. How we doing? Давай. Давай. Давай, Blitzkrieg Neapolan. Нет. Это не хорошо. Not right now. I got one for every major and a few minors that I play. Cool. Joey Steele is concerned about factionalism. In a recent session of the Central Committee, Stalin noted that the growing factionalism inside the party. Humans disagreeing about stuff? Please tell me more. While all members of the committee were quick to assure him of their full and unconditional support, this has apparently done very little to ease his concerns. Please tell me more. According to Stalin, we must always be vigilant for saboteurs and wreckers who plot against the state. I mean, seems historically accurate, man. News comes as a bit of a surprise to many in the party who believe that the threat of a party split ended with the Trotsky's exile. Is there really anything to his worries? I mean, yeah. Not a nice person, Ian. You can do something in the officer corps. So, Army Command. All I can afford is Voroshilov. I mean, Vanguard, he sent Korolev to the Gulag, man. And then he took him out. He's like, just kidding. It's not really how that happened, but we'll put him in there for now. Oh yeah, our doctrine. We don't really want mobile warfare. Joe Steele's a pretty cool name, though. I'm not gonna disagree with that. That's pretty hardcore. We'll go with what we have now. You need XP now for the doctrine, not a research slot. What does this give me? Go. You want to get a lot of XP from Spain and China, okay. TJ, the non-aggression pact between the Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact was basically a ruse. They were gonna attack each other. There's no question. They didn't exactly like each other. The mustache men were jealous of each other's mustaches. Just go for research speed. Yeah, I know. Yeah. I know 2020. It's funny as hell. I'm Joseph Seed. Mosin SVT-40. There's the PPSH when you like just bullets everywhere. I'm not sure. What do we want? Next option apart from the radio. Oh, that gives plus to research speed. Yeah, we'll do that. That's a good idea. Okay, unpause.
Так точно.
Wait, go back to the tank research? You don't have the DLC, or is it just bugged? This is the old one. Yes. You did buy the DLC, right? Nah, forgot. Maybe we should, you know, add that. How do you have the focus tree then? Bro, do I look like I know what's going on? Do I look like I know what a JPEG is, boy? Alright, so how about we save the game? And we save it as Hand of Banan. Okay, so how about we do that? And I'm just gonna, real quick, I'm just going to, you know, get that DLC. You know, that probably... I don't know. I don't have an answer for you. I'll be honest with you. I don't have an answer. I don't have an answer as to why I don't have it. Yeah, we probably should have, because we were, you know, we watched all those videos about it. You know. Yeah. Dude, I don't know why, but in my head, I was like, oh yeah, it's you know, free DLC. It'll just install. You know what? I have no idea. I cannot tell you why I thought that. Too much stuff, most likely. Most likely too much stuff. Hearts of Iron, no step back. Live stream fails? I've had worse live stream fails than this. Dude, that's what I mean about, like, too many freaking games. There's way too much stuff to keep track of. Update 5 just went out. Update 5 just freaking released for Satisfactory, which is just like, oh, alright. Okay, there we go. We're good. Let's just take a look. No step back is enabled. Cool. Home. Play. It's a good problem to have. Yeah. What the heck is it? You know what? I'm just gonna go. What is in update 5 for Satisfactory? I totally forget. More train stuff? Satisfactory for after hours. Yeah, it's probably gonna happen. Update 5 Satisfactory. Zoo build mode, update 5 news. I'm confused. Yeah, this is what we've been playing. Alright, never mind. Forget the satisfactory stuff. Somebody came at me today and was like, oh, you know, update 5 is on experimental? I'm like, oh, that's cool. And I just assumed that it was the next update because also at the same time, I've been playing update 5 already. So I just assumed that that was just, oh, that's just the next update. Nope. No, that's the same thing. U5 moved from experimental to early access. Oh. Yeah, I was gonna say, that's awfully quick for the next update. But yeah, once again, I was trying to remember everything in Hearts of Iron at the time, so I didn't pay too much mind to it. We'll just chalk this one up to getting like 3 hours of sleep. Okie dokie? Cool. Sounds good. Hey, there we go, you little meat. Oh, that's cocaine. That's bugged, though? What's bugged? You should have some researched already. What are you proposing? We start over? I don't understand.
Discovery, go at throttle up.
Hey, Tech, gifted 5 subs. Thank you. I mean, that's gonna cause problems down the road, isn't it? Thanks, man. All right. Let's keep going. That civilian to military factory conversion. You don't really want to do that. Mobilization speed. Recruitable population factor increases by 3. I agree, Dread. The center is the historical one. Yeah, I got you. Okay, Rem. Yeah, we'll do. We'll do that. Who's that guy from the right opposition? Hey, get back here.
Я готов.
Metroid, I'm not sure who that is, to be honest with you. Okay, so, yeah, let's do that. Jeez. Oh, these freaking... Less on mill support, more on guns. Where am I going? Where am I going with it, baby? I don't know what's the outdated equipment. They have SVT-40s, which are the Simonovs. Those are good rifles. The subs. Yeah, but I don't really want submarines. Should I get rid of them and just make more convoys? Kind of want to get rid of them. Second London Naval Treaty was signed. Delegations from Britain, France, Italy, and Japan and the U.S. met in the December 1935 to discuss a renewal of the First London Naval Treaty, which restricted the number and size of cruisers and submarines. Negotiations turned quite heated over Italy's war in Ethiopia and Japan's desire to see equal to Britain in the United States. With negotiation now at an end, signatory nations have agreed on limits to the size of a battleship and aircraft carriers in the hopes of preventing another ruinous arms race. Yeah, we don't need... Yeah, we're gonna need to focus on infantry here. Focus on the ground game. Navy comes later. Okay. I mean, I'm about to say just make more convoys. I'm gonna axe these. Let's do it. We don't need these. Make more convoy. Make more convoy. Yeah, 7 stars. Yep. Okay. Italy took one state. Ethiopia was annexed. 537 equipment has been seized. Okay. Yeah, Italy invaded Ethiopia in 1936. Yep. You sound like a big choo-choo train. Woo! 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 Yeah, we are a little bit behind, huh? We're gonna need that. We're gonna need to put it all into tanks. We're a little bit behind. That's okay. It's okay. Yeah, Sun Temple, I'm gonna roll with it. I'm going to. When that research goes... You also need the AT gun research for better tank destroyers. He does not like. Why aren't you Japan for Gi? Because we're gonna steamroll Japan. Or at least we're gonna try to. No. We must have conviction. Do not steamroll you. Let's go! Transpolar flights are an experience of plus 50. Watch out for the Pacific, there's plenty of sinkers and floaters! I'm not sure what we should do. I want to get the 5-year plans ready to go, but it doesn't want to do that. Let's go transpolar flights. Let's see what that does. Decisions are available. Let's pause for a moment. For the common turn for more PP, well, we could always use more PP. We're gonna need planes, so let's build up that air experience first. We gotta pump up those planes. Paranoia is good for now. Yep, alright, so we got political decisions here. We can use some PP on this. Start there. Gotta keep that paranoia low. Can you go on partial mobilization for now? I forget how to do it. Yes, very large amount of PP.
Внимание!
Vнимание! The toaster icon? Oh. Don't have the PP for partial. But I like toaster. Toaster is good. We like toaster. We must have more PP. That is right. We must have more. The secret police has discovered evidence of large-scale conspiracy inside the civilian administration. It appears that some bureaucrats in the state planning committee have gotten very cozy with some of the factory managers and adjusted the production numbers in the 5-year plan downwards. This, according to the secret police, is clear evidence of anti-Soviet sabotage and deliberate weakening of our system. The arrested conspirators are quickly revealing further members of the conspiracy while under interrogation. We were trying to pump up those numbers, and they tried to not pump up those numbers. We gotta pump those numbers. Gotta pump those numbers. I'm not seeing enough numbers here. I'm not seeing enough movement. Root out corruption. Send them to re-education camps where we re-educate them for cheap with bullet. Pace, we need to weed them out for the greater good. The greater good. Decisions.
Готов.
Готов.
До приказа.
До приказа. We're good on the oil for now. No luck catching them Trotskyites then. It's just the one Trotsky, actually. You call yourself a community that cares. Oh, but we do care. Nikolai, we do care. Good reference, Joe. Good reference.
Так точно.
Massive oil plants in Baku, yeah. Caucasus, man. Lots of oil up in here.
Я готов.
Я готов. What did we just... We got transpolar flights. Gonna need more factories. Let's expand that aircraft industry. That's pretty much right, Pace. Well, hopefully you can learn something here, Weather Guy. I have people backseating me. I don't care. I don't know what I'm doing here. Didn't even have the DLC installed. And I'm like, oh, I'm gonna check out the new DLC. Didn't install it. Yeah, we fixed that though. But yeah, if you guys want to learn, I'm having people backseat me. I don't care if people backseat say, hey, do this, do this, do this. But don't just say, oh, hey, move all your people over here. Say, you gotta explain why. Tell me why so I can understand it. I'll handle the history lessons, okay? If you click on a supply hub, you can change what to use for supply. You can change trucks if you need supply somewhere. It's just win. Just win. Oh, okay, great. Has Germany invaded anybody yet? No. No, not yet. Yeah, the Spanish Civil War has not happened yet. It's going to start very soon, though. Also, you can now build stuff in your faction members' territory. Really useful for the U.S. The AI loves flooding stuff with crap units. Okay. Did you say you? Yeah, I have historical accuracy on. Yeah, Jack, I know what you mean. I think dispersed industry might be better for us here. Plus 20% to factories and estate. Production efficiency retention plus 10%. Efficiency base plus 5, factory output plus 10, dockyard output plus 10, factory bomb vulnerability, basically cottage industry, that stuff. Conversion speed bonus. Now, what does this one offer? Factory output, dockyard output. No, we need dispersed. We need dispersed industry. That's very, yeah, we got to spread the industry around. We have a lot of land, so it's better to spread those factories all over. Hey, Cam. Привет. Как дела? We have huge tracts of land. TJ, was the lack of oil in Germany and Japan what cost them the war? I'd say not so much for Japan, but Japan attacked the US over oil. A lot of people don't know that Japan started taking over, like China, and they started taking over the Philippines, etc., etc. And then the U.S. tried to curtail their expansion. What we did was we embargoed all of their oil, and they got pissed at us for doing that because they saw us as a threat to their birthright territorial expansion, right? So they attacked us because of it. I mean, that proved to end very poorly for them. Yeah. Yeah, don't do that. That was a stupid idea. That was a really stupid idea. Yeah, whoever thought of that, not smart. Oh, we're playing the good guys. Good guys. We're playing some guys.
Что приказано?
Что приказано? I mean, yeah, we embargoed their oil. We basically doubled the price of oil on their industrial machine like overnight, and they got really mad. That really pissed them off. But, oh, there we go. But, yeah, didn't end well for them. They didn't foresee the industrial power of the USA. Well, you know what's funny, GNAC, is that one of the Japanese admirals, who is it, Yamamoto? Yamamoto was educated in the U.S., and he didn't want to attack the U.S., but he also didn't want to disobey his, superior officers because of the Bushido Code. So, like, you have to be very respectful. He thought it was a bad idea. He proved to be right. Yeah, that guy was smart. Yeah, how do we send volunteers over there? Yeah, he thought it was a really, really stupid idea. Alright, I forget how to do that. Click on Yellow Spain. Volunteers are in the Decisions tab. Send volunteers, you had it. Ah. I need to send which group? These guys. Which group is this?
Мирно! Готов!
Here we go.
Мирно!
These boys here. That's Golikov.
Готов.
Oh, we can only send 6. That's right. I forgot about that. Pause.
Готов. Так точно.
We'll send Zukov because we can. Send it. Send 6 tanks. I sent a tanker division. Not all of them, though. Also take the air volunteer. Air volunteer. No, Dread, I've never read that. Who are we sending? How do we get him over there? There's no airfield. Bingo. Very strange. My screenshot key is the same one as decreased time. There we go. Alright, they're in. Yeah, usually I remember it showing a graphic showing them going there, but that's alright. It's only one or two generations away, Pace. It's pretty crazy. What blows my mind, Pace, is that there are Americans that served in the Civil War that were alive during World War II, which is just strange. That's very strange to me. I only have the fighters there. Where are those bombers? Assign them to air superiority and interception on both of them. Okay. Do we have air superiority there? We do.
Я готов. Я готов. Готов.
Where are the volunteer units? Where did they end up? Are they over here somewhere? Nope. It's gonna take some time for them to get there, huh? I presume you won't cover the Pritchell launch. Why not? Oh, we'll do it. I'm gonna go to bed after the DART mission, Vasya, and then I'll wake up for Pritchell. Press the icon on top to see time to go there. The icon on top.
Так точно.
Yeah, I want to cover it. In the middle. Where are they at? That's right, Motor Kid. Expected to arrive in 2 days. They're in transit. Thank you, dudes. Appreciate it. We will save. Handoff Banan. There we go. Instead of Settlers of Gatan, we have Settlers of Banan. Alright? It's different.
Внимание!
Or are they weak? Well, we have air support up here, so let's go. Let's go up there. Bananagrad, yep.
Слушаю.
Слушай. I think so, Pace, yeah.
Так точно.
It wants me to modify it, but I don't really have any. Can't really do that right now. We got decisions. Inspection in the army. Let's do that.
Готов.
An anonymous informant has revealed the existence of a group of students in one of our most prestigious military academies. This group, it appears, has decided to study more than just the approval coursework and have discussed the ideas of disgrace and reactionary theorists. It's yet unclear where they got the writings of these people, but a thorough investigation and interrogation of ringleaders will no doubt quickly produce names. Kill him. That's the next thing on my list. Galaxy. Hey, we have to present a unified front. If anybody's gonna respect us, it has to be a unified front. Shoot him in the face. Don't do this in real life. This is in no way representative of anything in real life. This is just a game. Have fun with it. Certainly taken them a long time to get there, huh? Click on a state and check the weather effects.
Готов подвигаться.
I see it, Boxy. The games of the 11th Olympiad. The 11th Olympic Games were recently held in Berlin, attended by athletes from 49 different nations across the world. The summer 1936 Olympics are the first in history to have enjoyed limited live television coverage. Oh boy. Games were a significant propaganda victory for the German regime, which spent lavishly on the event. German athletes saw the most success, winning 33 gold medals, while Americans came in second with 24. Jesse Owens, baby! 4 of these were won by Jesse Owens, the single most successful athlete of the games. Boom. What do they mean what do we mean it's an unplanned
До
offensive?
приказа.
It's not an unplanned offensive at all. Whatever. Oh, planned unplanned offensive is one of the mechanics. Got it.
До приказа.
До приказа. I think Dimitri was pissed over the ASAT test. I mean, it definitely put him in a hard spot, but probably not. How's the industry growth? It's getting there. Construction's very slow. But we still got time, but we really don't. Really wish this would go a little bit faster. It's alright. Oop. Sorry, I clicked off the screen and OBS went weird. We need the PP. We need more PP political points. But also it's more fun to call it PP. This will give us 50 PP. Do the Comintern one? I mean, that'll give me plus 50 PP as well. We got freed up military factories. Do that.
Продолжаем атаку. Давай, давай!
Come on. Come on, George. Get in there. Get in there and kill him. Shoot him in the face. 73. We're winning that one. 53. If these are green, that means we're doing all right. Ooh. Are the Germans helping the other side? Yeah, most likely.
Принимаю укрытие. Слушаю.
Uh-oh. Let's just go back over here for now. Just do the right thing and just pretend that's just going on over there. It's fine. It's fine.
Мирно.
Everybody hates us. Alright. Good. Cool. need way more infantry equipment. We got plenty of personnel, but we don't have the guns for them. You can kit out your tanks like you could kit out ships, to be honest. It's actually really cool. And now there's weather is much more important. Season is much more important. It's cool. And the trains are a big deal. You have to really, really work on your backbone logistics with trains. Yeah, it's cool. Well, I'm aiming to fix that problem in 2020.
Discovery, go at throttle up.
Trains! Greetings! What's up, Alexis? Jeez, man. I don't know if 500 trains is good or bad. I don't think I have production for trains in here. Doctrines available. Yeah, I don't want to mess with that yet. Start a new line for trains then. Okay. Where? Ah, there we go. You make train. Less truck, more train. Close air support is probably what we're going to need the most of. How do I get back to those doctrines? Yeah, I want this. Yeah, let's do that.
Держать дистанцию.
Oh boy. Are you winning? I'm not losing. Is that good? I'm not losing.
Зададим жару!
All right, let's speed up a little bit. Yeah, well, figure it out. Nothing right now.
Занимаю укрытие. Зададим жару!
Bum bum. Yeah, look at that. We have to deal with Stalin getting paranoid all the time. You have to do this stuff every once in a while, or he starts killing people. My political paranoia is relatively low right now. It's at 16%. Weekly gain though is 2%. He gets mad. Let the man purge. I mean, I don't think he's talking about his diet, bro. What happens if it goes to 100? Just nod and smile. Yes. You want to kill 1,000 people? Sure. Okay. Don't kill me. You smile and wave. Plus 25. If we're traveling Italy, where would you demand we go? Rome? Maranello? It's right there. Literally down the tree that I'm going. The agitprop? That's going down, which is good. How about factory production? All right. Ace pilot promoted. Cool. Yeah, I got you, Boxy. France invites us to the Non-Intervention Committee. Leon Blum has officially called for the formation of a non-intervention committee that is supposed to ensure no outside intervention in the ongoing war in Spain. However, the draft proposal circulated with the message contains practically no robust methods of enforcing non-intervention. Even if we agree not to intervene, a multitude of loopholes ensures that we would still be able to affect the war in Spain, should we choose. The only tangible effect would be a minor boost to the popular support of the government of Leon Blum. Nah, we good. How goes the campaign? Very well. Advisor accused of treason. Acting on an anonymous tip-off, the secret police have arrested Ivan Schmegma on charges of espionage, sabotage, and conspiracy against the state. While the man continues to declare his innocence, investigators are certain they can build a case against him with a few more weeks. Either he will crack under interrogation, or sufficient evidence can be gathered from the people around him who are willing to testify about his crimes. In any event, the penalty for these charges must surely be death or a life of hard labor. We have, I'd say we have a very nice amount of PP. A tumor so close to the heart must be exorcised without mercy. Shoot him in the face. Stop showing off your PP. I can't help it. Yeah, I want medium. Medium tanks are what we need. Armor and engines don't take very long, so that's fine. Just go with that. Alright, we're good. Every part of the tank needs research. That's part of the updated trees. Yep. How you guys doing?
До приказа.
What's space news? Oh, it's 4 o'clock. Damn, dude.
До приказа.
Go! Come on, George, you can do it. Pave the way, put your back into it. Well, let him shoot people in the face. Why are we playing on such low speed? Because I have no idea what I'm doing. If you want to do this, that's fine, but I'll probably end up getting my crap pushed in if we do that. So let's, you know what, let's not. But if you want, I don't know. Yeah, lunchbox for sure, dude. I know what you mean. Yeah, hearts is no joke, dude. 90 factories, damn it. I gained some pretty good experience. NASA just went live about DART. Cool. What do we have here? I agree, Balks, yeah. No, I haven't, Tessa.
Discovery, go at throttle up.
Big Z, 10-month 3 sub. Thanks, man. Duh. Advantamax, what's up, man? It's going okay. We're a little bit behind. In tank production, but the new tank stuff is pretty cool, man. Take a look. Look, you gotta do chassis research and engine and armor plating research and stuff. It's actually pretty cool. And then you can build the tank out like you could ships in this game, which is pretty rad. Yeah. Just gotta make a bunch of T-34-85s from the start and attempt to steamroll, but it's probably not gonna work. I'm a little bit behind on my tank defense. Alright, guys. It's 4 o'clock. You guys want to jump into space news?